tell her husband she was gone, she just didn't.
Why is it that you are taking large sums of money out of our account every single day?
While her family's at home, she's out there chasing that high. Roaming up and down the block, she run into this pimp guy. He's conversating with her, asked her if she trying to make cash. Next thing you know, she's in front of the pink house selling the ass. Then she gets dope sick again. She need that boy, so she out there searching again. She's tired of her life. For years she done wrong. Now she wanna do right. She go to rehab to get the help she need, and she tell her family.
I'm Yoshi Lomax, superstar attorney at law and fugitive.
So, you're the famous Yoshi Lomax.
Probably more infamous. I'm on the run from the federal government for crimes that I didn't commit.
Gentlemen, I'm Deputy U.S. Marshal Sharon Starr. I'll be taking things from here.
Not to mention being on the hit list of at least 3 of Miami's major crime bosses.
I wanted to apologize in person for leaving so abruptly last night.
Welcome back.
That's Vladimir Kuznetsov, a Russian crime boss. He's been a suspect in over a dozen missing person cases.
I mean, I didn't get here to be this successful for doing things the American way.
I need a list of the jury for my case with Hanju.
Oh, really? What's that worth to you? Oh my God, you're such a...
Mr. Santana is to be released upon processing.
So what do you know about Sheldon Chisholm?
What do you want to know about him?
I really need to know if you're going to take my case. I don't have time to play, Miss Lomax.
Money is not a problem. You know anything about his case?
It's being handled by agents in my field office.
I've learned that in this game of life, in order to win,
Ready to dance?
you gotta play dirty. You might look at me and see a beautiful, confident, successful woman.
Congratulations, counselor. Yet another win.
But underneath, I'm flawed. I'm broken. And I'm scared. So I have no choice but to run until I can find a way to clear my name.
Miss Lomax is now considered a fugitive of the United States. Catching fugitives is my business, which makes her my suspect. You and your associates are relieved.
Look. She killed one of our own.
But I will not give up.
All right, people, listen up. Get a picture of Miss Lomax out there so the public knows what she looks like.
I will not give in.
Okay. People, we got a game plan. Let's break and execute.
I will not get caught.
Time to go hunt.
Good morning, everybody. It's your boy Evan Hollywood. It's the Evan Hollywood Experience. It is September the 29th, I believe. Let's make sure. It is now Monday, September 29th. Yes. Yes, it's 5:30 a.m. here. Good evening, Jamina. Hello, Jamina. Salute gang, it's not morning yet. Where you are, Mimi. Mimi, where are you at? Where are you checking in at? It is morning here.
Chicago is not yet. You better let me call Chicago. Size 773519. You better let me call Chicago, sugar. Oh, man, oh, man. You better let me call Chicago, sugar. You know what that movie is, me? That might be a little too old for you. So, welcome to the show. It is the Heaven Hollywood Experience. Have I was walking and remembered your cat story with the crazy girl, and I started laughing in the street. Yeah, I'm gonna have my I'm gonna start putting together my stories, my hood stories. I don't know what I'm gonna call them. I'm not gonna call them story times. Everybody call them story time. Y'all make sure you put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Make sure you hit the like button as you come through the door. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to all the heavy hitters. Shout out to any of G's sugar babies. There are some people who follow G who do not follow me. But if you are here from G's blog, shout out to you. If you're a heavy hitter, been rocking with heavy hitters for a minute, say hey, Emma Nolan. Shout out to y'all. Mimi's in the building. Jamina Fine Ass. Who else? Oh, yo, Sexy 60. Apples. What's up to y'all? So we're gonna have a show tonight because Cardi B, a number has come in, and it looks as though she's going to do, from what they say, 200K flat. Now, I don't know what happened to, I'm going to just assume that they took some streams from Cardi B because they were saying 205 plus way on Wednesday. So, no, actually on Tuesday they were saying 205 plus. So I don't know what happened where it went down to 200K. But again, we discussed this yesterday. And to me, that is way more, not way more, but that's more than what I predicted her to do. So, and as we went over yesterday, it's the second highest. Now, Nicki Minaj returned from her fully from hiatus, not just the other day. She just posted a new date for her new album. But now, since the numbers came in, now all of a sudden she's fully back, and she's back dropping Chucky faces and numbers and everything. And I'm gonna tell you my issue with Nicki and her fan base, right? See, what I don't like is, and I have no problem with whoever wants to post their numbers or what have you, right? But the problem I have with Nicki, the reason why I think it's some sucker-ish, is because when that announcement came on Monday or Tuesday that said she's going to do way north of the original number, and right now she's doing 205 and everything's not added up. When people started thinking that she was going to break that 228, you didn't hear from Nicki Minaj. And then all of a sudden her fan base started making all these, oh, well, we don't care. Oh, it's extra streams. Oh, it's bots. Oh, we don't care because it's not organic. Oh, and then when Nicki announced the date, oh, you can have the 228 now. We don't care anymore. But as soon as you find out that it's not 228, then you care again. And she positive. To me, that's sucker shit. Right? That's sucker shit. So either, like I've always said, either you care or you don't care. I mean, let's just pick something and stick to it. Right? When she doesn't win a Grammy, it's everybody says, we don't care. Nicki don't need no Grammy. She don't need no Grammy to solidify her, which I happen to agree with. She don't need no Grammy to solidify. But then as soon as she'll win the Grammy, oh, there go the Grammys again, hating on Nicki, robbing Nicki of a Grammy. But you said you didn't care about the Grammys. And they say, oh, well, Billboard is trash anyway. We don't care about no number ones. And then when she don't go number one, oh, they took such and such amount from us. They took 100. I thought you didn't care about number ones, though. So I guess she came on and was talking about posting all her numbers now. Oh, Nicki Minaj still the only one to do 228. Still the only, and then you have people like JT, Armand Wiggins. let me see if I see JT. Maybe I'll do it. Maybe I'll let me find. You know what? Let me find. What's her name? Oh, Fine Ass Coffee City. Let me see what there's I think Coffee City put out a video. Right? Here we go. Let's see. Let's go on over there. So Cardi B gonna do 200K of her second album, which is what's the name of it? Am I the Drama? So now apparently this was a win. I guess Armand Wiggins felt as though like he got a win. And then we got JT feels as though she got a win. And she blocked JT. Like JT, you're not even on her radar anymore. But let me tap in. Let's tap in with Coffee City.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Coffee City. As you all know, a lot of people have been waiting to see how Cardi B was going to do with her album. This is Cardi B's second album. So, of course, it's a highly anticipated album. So everyone was waiting to see, okay, how did she do? How did she do? Especially because Cardi B was out selling CDs and all those things while being pregnant. A lot of people been waiting to see how she did. Well, it has been reported that Cardi B, Am I the Drama, sold 200,000 units and sold 88,000 pure sales. Okay, so that's the report. They also reported saying that Cardi B becomes the first female rapper in history to debut her first two albums at #1 on the Billboard 200. Okay, so Cardi B album is #1 on Billboard. So congratulations to Cardi. But we have to talk about what the people are talking about. Okay, you all know Cardi B been telling her fans that they need to bookmark her numbers. She's going to do really great with the numbers. Cardi B even went on live. She said that the people are hating.
Okay, so now I love Coffee City, right? And Coffee City loves to say, what's up, BBD? Coffee City loves to say she is not biased. She is, neutral. And she does a really good job most of the time of portraying neutral. But I know Coffee City is a barb, right? But she has to portray the neutral card, so all fan bases will watch her channel. Or as Danny Robinson says, chantel. But I know for a fact that Coffee City is a barb. And this was a little bit of gaslighting. Oh, but we got to talk about what the people talk about. No, but this is what the barbs are talking about. This is not what the general people are talking about. This is what the barbs are talking about. So the barbs are talking about her not outselling Pink Friday 2. You know, the album that 3 days ago they were saying they didn't care whether she outsold it or not. So now they're back to that, and I guess Nicki Minaj was posting her numbers, and so that's why Cardi City said, "Oh, she was saying that she was going to do really good. She did do really good. She did do really good." And the thing that kills me is it's like, oh, for all she was doing, she was promoting her album. I mean, y'all y'all get so used to nobody promoting and nobody doing it old school. Oh, doing all that. You should have. You mean doing all that? She was promoting her album. She was doing a rollout like they used to do in the 80s and 90s. Now you're not going to sell records like you did in the 80s and 90s because people just ain't buying music like that anymore. But without a doubt, the only reason Cardi B sold 200,000 copies in this day is because she put boots on the ground and was promoting her album. So I don't understand why. That's kind of like, it reminds me of people that criticize LeBron for playing 22 years. Oh, you've been playing all that long. You should be breaking records. It's like he gets penalized for being in good shape and playing this long. It's like Cardi B got penalized because she did an old-fashioned rollout. But if that was y'all's fave who did it, y'all would be bragging and creaming all over yourself. You know it and I know it. Let's get back to Cardi City.
Hating, but you're going to cry, you're going to gag when my numbers drop. Okay, so of course this got people really waiting to see what Cardi B numbers was going to be like. Well, fans started comparing, the two. They started saying, well, Nicki Minaj did way better than Cardi B. Nicki Minaj sold 228,000 units and 92,000 pure sales.
So let's take it easy. Let's take it easy. Here's another thing. Bob's, it wasn't 100,000. You sold 28,000 more. Pipe down. Pipe down. Let's not act like you sold 1 million more. Oh, she sold way more. You sold 28,000 more. Pipe down. That's not way more. Let's take it easy.
So they're saying Nicki Minaj sold way more than Cardi B. So of course the fans are going in. People are talking about this. Nicki Minaj's fans are dragging Cardi B, saying that she thought she was going to outsell Nicki Minaj, but she didn't. Nicki Minaj won after Cardi B went out selling CDs. It still didn't work out. Cardi B fans are saying, well, it doesn't matter because Cardi B is still the first female rapper in history to debut her first 2 albums at #1 on Billboard. So, they have this back and forth going on. While they have.
And again, as I discussed last night and what nobody's talking about. So now this means, remember what we went over when I said, what does it mean? This means it's 1-1. Because I know the Bobs want to act like Invasion of Privacy and Queen didn't go head to head. So this is really just Nicki Minaj's getting her lick back. Now 255 and 185, that's about almost 80,000 records difference. 228 and 200 is 28,000 difference. 255 and 185 is almost 80,000 different. So it's not like Nicki got one up on Cardi B. This is the rematch. This is just the rematch. So Nicki got her revenge. Like Rocky lost in Rocky. He came back and got his revenge in Rocky 2. So we'll see if we have a Cardi Nicki 3, and that will be the deciding match. because Invasion of Privacy and Queen was only a 4-month difference. This is a 2-year difference. Let's not forget about that. The first album was a Invasion of Privacy and Queen was a 4-month difference. So that was really head-to-head. This is a 2-year difference. And Nicki Minaj got her payback. Now we have, it's 1-1, and we have to see if there's going to be a round 3. You can't just try to eliminate that what happened with the first time. That counts. This counts. Right? But I see nobody's mentioning that. Nobody wants to mention that.
You have this back and forth going on. Cardi B ex-friend, okay, or associates, whatever you call it, Armand Wiggins went on Twitter, okay, and he had this to say about Cardi B. He said, while Cardi B failed to outsell Nicki Minaj like I said she would, and her employees told everyone to bookmark tweet.
So, you know what, Armand Wiggins, oh my God, man. This dude is so annoying. Like I said, a whole lot of people said that. I said it too. I said she wasn't going to do 228. Do you see me going around bragging? He act like he's the only person that said that. Oh, she failed to outsell her. Like I said, like he acts like he's the only person that predicted that. Bruh, you're not the only one that said that. I said it too. A whole lot of people said it. It's like, get out of here with that. This dude is back to flip-flop, and he hates Cardi B so much because she calls his fake ass out. And Nicki Minaj don't like you neither. She just using you because she knows that you used to be friends with Cardi B. She don't really like you like that either. Every time she talks to you, she says something shady to you. She knows that you're an opportunist. That's why she still clowns you whenever she sees you. And then you got to, oh, she really does like you, Armand. I think she doesn't like Armand Wiggins. She's using Armand Wiggins. And she don't even really use him like that. She still clowns him when she sees him. He goes in her live and she said, what you doing in here? What you doing and hanging out in here? Right? She don't like Armand Wiggins no more than she like DJ Academics. Now, the one I wanted to go to was let's see. There was one she talked about JT. Hold on. So JT obviously felt as though it was time for a celebration. JT, right? Now, why is JT celebrating? I have no idea. Cardi B called her out. She didn't put it on the floor. Here it is. Okay. So let's go to this. Hold on. So this is Coffee City again. Shout out to Coffee City. Right? Hold on. Because I was actually watching this video.
Minaj, but it did not work. Okay, make sure to check out my previous video. But I will say this: the fans going back and forth, like I told you guys before, this is a sport. Okay, they're going to talk about it the same way they do with everything else. They did it with Drake and Kendrick Lamar, so I'm not surprised that they're doing it with Cardi B and Nicki Minaj.
Again, Coffee City, I love you. I love you to death. I love you to death. This is not Drake and Kendrick. This is not Drake and Kendrick. Drake and Kendrick was literally in a battle, dropping records back and forth against each other. This is definitely not Drake and Kendrick. They were not dropping records at each other, and then the other one came back and dropped another record, and then the other one comes back and dropped. This is not Drake and Kendrick love. All right?
Minaj, okay? So somebody said, I just can't believe they had her go on Insta and act so confident about a bigger number. Someone has to get fired.
Why?
Okay, so that's what somebody posted
Why?
about Cardi B,
And
because you guys
again,
know Cardi B was
that's what someone posted about Cardi B. A bar. Let's just keep it a buck. That lip prediction page is nothing more than a bar page, right? It calls up a prediction page, but it's a bar page. So because they predicted, right? A prediction is an estimate, is a guess. Because they predicted she was going to do more, why do they need to get fired? Because they were wrong. That doesn't make sense.
Was saying she was going to get, a higher number than that. So when that person said, someone else said, Ken needs to get fired. That mother effer just got hired. So they're saying Ken is the one that needs to get fired, but he just got hired by Cardi B. So Ken Barbie retweeted it. He said, I got hired in 2023, and I also live in the real world. 200K is an accomplishment. You can go to hell. Okay, so that's Ken Barbie defending his friend Cardi B. Cardi B also put out a message to her fans. She said, thank you so much, everybody that supported my album. 2 weeks ago, the album was projected to do 150K off of Outside and Imaginary Players. I didn't know what the outcome was gonna be. I didn't put out an album in 7 years and haven't put out as much music in the last year, but we just surpassed all the expectations. Thank you to everyone who gave the album a listen, did a video to the songs and everything. You don't know the confidence and boost you gave me in my music to keep pushing. I can't wait to see you guys on tour. Tonight we celebrate. I can't pop no champagne, but maybe I can open up some cranberry juice or something. So that was nice. She's focusing on her accomplishment instead of being negative, So she also posted this video. As you guys can see, it seems as though it's a documentary. So get into it.
Yeah, we're gonna move up on that. Everybody's seen that doc.
My body feels bad. I'm nauseous.
Cardi B's got some sort of documentary coming out.
I'm pregnant,
right?
JT was also being petty because she posted some videos listening to Barbie Dangerous by Nicki Minaj and Pink Birthday playing on her Snapchat story. Getting to it.
Okay, so JT, this is what I wanted to get to. Why are you celebrating? Why are you celebrating? Let's get on JT. JT, this girl just put out a record that said you stick dildo up your man's kula or culo. Right? She just called you out on record. Why ain't you putting it on the floor? Why ain't you putting it on the floor? Why are you excited that she didn't outsell Cardi B? Did she outsell you? Let me ask that. Did she outsell you? Yes or no? For any JT fans in here. Anybody want to tell me what JT sold? You ain't got to tell me. I already know. JT, you sold 28,000 of your record. All right? You sold 28,000 copies. Copies. 28. Let's pipe down. Let's pipe down. This girl just sold 200K. She didn't outsell Nicki. Why aren't you online playing your comeback to Cardi B? Why are you online dancing and happy because she didn't outsell Nicki Minaj? What does that do for you? Nicki Minaj don't even F with you no more. She don't even mess with you no more. If I'm not mistaken, she blocked you. So why are you celebrating that she didn't outsell the next chick? Did she outsell you? Is the question. That's clown behavior. What the hell I'm going to get happy that somebody, if I'm in the music business, why am I going to get happy? That's like, I do proposals, right? That's what I do for a living. I do proposals, movie proposals, TV proposals, whatever, right? You got to do a certain amount of proposals to climb up the ladder or what have you. That's like me getting happy that a person who I didn't like didn't get out more proposals than my partner, but they got out way more proposals than me. Why am I going to be happy? They beat you? Oh, you didn't beat my friend. Ha ha. Like, but she beat you. You're not Nicki Minaj. And Nicki Minaj don't even mess with you no more. So like I tweeted, I guess JT's trying to get her doggy collar back. She's trying to get her doggy bag back. She's trying to get her Scooby snacks thrown to her again. She wants her Scooby snacks again. Please. Because I can't stand clown shit. That'd be like Glorilla celebrating that Cardi B sold more than Nicki Minaj. What are you celebrating for? You didn't sell more than Nicki Minaj. JT, you should be celebrating with a record coming back at Cardi B. That's what you should have been doing. Or when you drop, you should be trying to sell more than 200K. And then you can celebrate. Clown shit. Never sell. Michael, Madonna, Prince, even Stevie would never sell their albums for $5. Yeah, I mean, but we're in different times. There's a whole lot of stuff. There's a whole lot of stuff that the greats wouldn't be doing that these girls are doing today. They would never be online talking about how much they sold either. Right? You'll never catch Beyonce coming online saying, "Oh, Taylor, you only sold 400K. I sold 414." Like, or you never say, when what's her name, Sabrina Carpenter just sold 330. You'll never see Taylor coming on here. Try again. You thought that you was gonna sell. You thought you was gonna beat Reputation. Try again. You got nowhere near Reputation. So there's a whole lot of stuff. They wouldn't be old artists wouldn't be selling more than one version. They wouldn't be selling more than one edition. They wouldn't be selling a a clean version, a dirty version, an instrumental, a lyric, or this or that. What all these girls do these days. And the funny thing is, you don't really see the dudes doing it. You don't really see Drake doing that. You don't see Kendrick doing that. Why do the women do it? I still don't get it. Why do the women put out a whole bunch of different versions of a record to try to boost the sales, but the men don't do that? When Drake puts out a record, he just puts out a record. I don't ever see Drake putting out a record that said, "Oh, let me try to boost the sales. I'm going to put out the clean version now." Like, let me put out the instrumental. Like, I don't remember Drake doing that. I don't remember Kendrick doing that. Nas don't do that. I don't even think The Weeknd does it. They just put their music out, and that's that. You know what I mean? But these women, boy, they something else. So, again, like I said, the way I look at it on the competition scale is I look at it the way it really is. This was round 2. Nicki had to get her get back. Nicki's not ahead. This is her get back. She lost when Invasion of Privacy against Queen. Now, this was their last 2 records that was kind of head to head. She won this round. Now, we're going to see if there's a round 3. If they come out with another album 2 years apart or something like that. And we'll see who wins round 3, if there is a round 3. But again, everybody else, to me, look like clowns celebrating. Oh yeah, she did 200. She only did 200K. What'd you do? How much did you do? I'm talking about the artists. I'm not talking about the fans. The fans don't make records. I'm talking about artists like JT, or if Akbar starts laughing and, oh yeah, my girl Nicki. That's the stuff Malibu Mitch be doing. Oh, you never gonna outsell my girl. What about outselling you? You an artist too, right? What you gonna do? Malibu Mitch, what you gonna do? Are you gonna sell 200K? Fans are different because they don't make records. Armand Wiggins, like, I'm not even going to get into Armand Wiggins. We discussed him enough. I believe it was yesterday or the day before. But, you know, he's ranting and raving. He's online. I told y'all that. See this. And again, Armand, I said the same thing. So it's not like you. And I made my prediction last year. So it's like, oh, I told you, like I said. And dude's a buffoon. So I'm going to assume, I don't know this to be true, but the reason why it's at 200K is I'm going to assume that we'll find out Monday that Billboard filtered some sales, because if they were predicting 205, I've never seen somebody predict something and then the numbers go down. So unless they filtered summer sales, but you won't find that out probably until Monday or Tuesday, right? Anyway, next week she looks like she might be on pace to maintain number one. We'll have to see what happens with Doja Cat. As of right now, Doja Cat's not doing that well, but we'll see if her numbers pick up as the week goes on. All right. What else did I want to talk about? Oh, Nicki Minaj and the Jay-Z tweet, right? So, and I don't know about AI, and whenever I bring something up, they say, oh, that wasn't real, right? But let's see. Shout out to Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne turned 43. Okay. Lil Wayne turned 43. So this looks like hold on. This looks like the alleged tweet and delete. Hold on. Boom. So I'm going to assume, according to the blogs, and again, y'all can tell me if this is AI or if this isn't real or what have you. But Brand New Hip Hop states that this was a tweet and delete. Nicki Minaj tweeted, I guess that's supposed to be Desiree Perez riding on the back of a camel that got Jay-Z's face and ears got Jay-Z. Now, again, of course, I'm sure the Barbs think this is funny and they're, oh, she's staying on Jay-Z's neck and this. Now, the moment Jay-Z was to ever respond, Nicki would start playing victim. Coming at a black woman, and of course he's going to come at the women, but you don't come at no men like that. You don't come at Dame Dash. You don't say anything to Dame Dash. But she wants him to respond. But Jay-Z's not going to respond to a woman. He's not going to respond to a woman. And I believe she knows that he's not going to respond to a woman. That's why she keeps doing these things. Now, I don't know why she would tweet it and delete it, but she knows everybody's going to see it already anyway. You know, if that's real. If that's real. So my question is, and still is, and every time I tweet it, she doesn't answer. Her fans answer, but I don't have nothing to say to her fans. Her fans don't do anything for me because I know all their answers aren't going to make sense. They're all going to be biased. They're all going to be nonsensical. So I tweeted and I said, well, what does Nicki Minaj want? Why does she keep mentioning this woman's husband? This is a married man, right? Why do you keep mentioning Beyonce's husband? You know, one time you was singing his name. It was 2:00 in the morning. You have a husband. Oh, Jigga Man. Why? Oh, Jigga Man. Oh, Jigga Man. And if I was your husband, I'd come in there like, what the fuck is going on? You in here 2:30 in the goddamn morning singing some other nigga name? Get your ass in this bed. So, Jay-Z, number one, he don't really be on Twitter. I think he's got 4 tweets, and he had his account since, 2014, 2015? I think he got like 4 tweets, right? He's not going to respond. Desiree Perez really just went and got an account so she can gather information and see all the things you were saying about her. And then once she got all that information, if you notice, she cut off her account. I don't want to hear the stuff about, oh, he owes her $100 million. Prove it. Prove it or shut the fuck up. Because if somebody owes me and forget owing me $100 million, nigga, if you owe me $100, I'm coming for it. Like, yo, what's good? I lent you $100 a year ago. What's up? So somebody owes you $100 million. You not gonna go to court for your money? You're just gonna troll them on social media? How's that gonna get you your money? When they don't even really see it anyway. Somebody gotta send it to them because they don't be on Twitter like that. Well, somebody has to actually send them the what you're saying for them to see it. So I don't know what you plan to accomplish by doing all that. It just really makes her look dumb. It makes her look bitter. It makes her look envious of Jay-Z. That's what I said yesterday. I don't believe she's envious of Cardi B. I believe she's annoyed at Cardi B. I don't think she's envious of Megan. I don't think she's envious of any of the other female rappers because she has more than them. But she's 100% jealous of Beyonce and Jay-Z. 100%. She's jealous because they have everything. She's jealous because she's the queen of music, and mostly the stuff in music don't really move without Jay being involved. She's jealous that Jay got his masters, and she don't got her masters. And Beyonce got her masters, and she don't have her masters. And she was really upset that Beyonce just cut her off and stopped fucking with her. With the whole Remy thing came out. So when people are sitting there telling, oh yeah, let me explain to you, where did I see that? Somebody said, oh, the Rock Nation. So let's go into this. The Rock Nation versus Queen explains the feud, right? Explains the feud. Let me see what they said. Let me see what they said. Explaining the feud between Nicki Minaj, Jay-Z, and Desiree Perez. Since we asked, what does she want? How did this start? Blah, 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 right? All right, so hold on. Let me do this. Let me go here, right? Hold on. So let's see what Brand New Hip Hop said before we get back to Cardi. The core issue. What is the central issue? Right? What is the central issue between Nicki Minaj and Jay-Z? Here goes the answer. The central conflict is financial and rooted in the 2021 sale of Tidal. That is not correct. They're already wrong. That is not correct. They fell out before the sale of Tidal. All right? They fell out before the sale of Tidal. Matter of fact, before Nicki Minaj dropped that, when Nicki Minaj dropped the line in Barbie Tings, oh, I still talk to Jay from time to time. Oh, he's the only one I ever would have signed with if I wasn't signed to Wayne. They had already fallen out. Because Jay-Z told Memphis Bleek, who I talked to Memphis Bleek. Jay-Z told Memphis Bleek, or one of the people, why is she always name dropping me? Like we talk all the time. I haven't talking to her in years. She's name dropping me like we call each other on the phone. Don't do that. I don't like when people do that. She's like, I just spoke to Jay. I haven't spoken to you in 5 years. What do you mean you just spoke to Jay? Not Jay-Z. You didn't speak to Jay-Z. You may have spoke to Jay Brown or Jay Leno. She didn't speak to Hove. So this is incorrect. Right? So it says, Minaj claims she was severely underpaid, being offered only $1 million for equity, which she alleges was an attempt to silence her. How does she know that? And how do we know that's true? Silence her for what? What are Nicki Minaj's main allegations against Desiree Perez? Minaj alleges Perez, the CEO of Roc Nation, uses the company's influence to orchestrate smear campaigns to interfere with her career or sabotage. So now, and manipulate her social media presence. But Desiree Perez isn't even on social media. She also supports Perez's daughter. Well, see, that's a problem because that's not her business. And this lawsuit just happened with Desiree's daughter. It just happened. Right? So I don't know how Desiree, who's not even on social media, how can Desiree Perez orchestrate a smear campaign online against Nicki Minaj when she's not even online? Second of all, Desiree Perez works for Roc Nation. What would be the reason for a smear campaign from Roc Nation? Unless she put a smear campaign when you got into it with Megan. And that's recent. But the whole thing about it happened over title, no, it didn't. No, it didn't. The real reason why they fell out goes back to Meek Mill. There was 2 reasons why she fell out with Jay-Z. The first reason was Jay-Z told Beyonce to cut Nicki Minaj off. Right? That was the first thing. Why did Jay-Z tell Beyonce to cut Nicki Minaj off? 1, he said she's a user. 2, he said that he was working with Fat Joe and Remy Ma. And then Remy Ma dropped Sheetha. And when Nicki Minaj went to reply back to Sheetha, remember, y'all just heard No Frauds weeks later, but she had her reply a couple of days later. But the thing was, she was trying to use Beyonce's voice on her reply, as to use Beyonce as a cosign, as to say, and the reply was Nicki Minaj reply back to Remy Ma featuring Beyonce. And what it was Beyonce's voice message that she left to Nicki Minaj when she said, I knew a girl named Nicki, I guess you can say she was the rap queen. And she had that looped as the chorus. So when she comes back at Remy, it's like, oh, Beyonce's co-signing. There's no way you can win. And Jay-Z didn't like that. And he said she's trying to use you and bring you into a battle you have nothing to do with. Cut her off. And that's why they fell out. Then Nicki Minaj, as I explained the other day, tried to get Meek Mill on her documentary, right? Because remember, at first she was cool with Meek Mill. After they split up, she put Meek Mill and Bobby Tings. She was on talking to Flex. Flex said, I think y'all getting back together. She said, me and Meek. Nas said the same thing. Nas said he thinks I'm going to be back with Meek. Right? So when they first split up, they were still cool. It wasn't until the documentary, after she'd already put out Barbie Dreams, she said she gonna put the documentary, and the documentary had the story about him putting grown man hands on her. And then Jay-Z, who was managing Meek Mill at the time, had that shut down. See, these people here that are talking, they don't know the inside scoop like me. Because they're not an insider like me. All right? So that's not the reason why. Now, as far as Desiree goes, could it be something that has to do with Megan? And she knows that Desiree rocks with Megan, and then the whole thing about lying on your dead mama, around that issue. Maybe Desiree said something back then. Maybe. But this is way deeper than before that even happened. So I told y'all that's the real. Now, if you listen to my story, right, and listen to their story, what story makes more sense? Because if she was mad over $1 million, she would have been took them to court for that $1 million, right? And she didn't say anything. The sale of title happened in 2021, and she didn't say anything about him owing her money until Wayne got jerked at the Super Bowl, right? So I don't know if I buy that. I don't know if I buy that. But the next thing we have to look forward to, now that the Cardi B has already dropped her album, Cardi B is going to be going on tour. Nicki Minaj should be releasing in March, so she says. So I guess when it comes to women rap, because Ice Spice and Ice Spice song pretty much flopped, so I guess everybody's over Ice Spice. Her song pretty much flopped. Glorilla is still doing her thing. I think Megan's getting ready to come back in the next couple of months. I was suspecting Megan to drop probably around Christmas time. I don't have any inside scoop on Megan, but I think somewhere around Christmas time, Megan might drop a single. Now, I also expect Nicki Minaj to say, well, I'll tell y'all on members only. All the information I have on that single, I'll tell on members only. All right? So that's where we stand right now. I believe this was a tweet and delete, so she'll either come back Monday still talking about Jay-Z and Desiree and call her Deseret and say, oh, the billionaire brother. She'll probably shout Nas out and say, oh, shout out to Nas, they gave a real nigga a casino, or she hasn't made fun of him about the casino yet, so I'm sure that's coming this week. Other than that, I don't ever see him responding to her, so unless she brings some sort of paperwork with some sort of proof that he, have your accountant. I'm sure Nicki has a great accountant. Have your accountant come, draw some paperwork up and say, here's how he owes me $100 million. Oh, Live Nation. Oh, Rock Nation this. Oh, Title this. Oh, Sabotage this. Oh, Stream that. So you need to come with a great accountant, Nicki Minaj, and have them put out in black and white how Jigga owes you $100 million. You said at least. Said it's between 100 and 200 million. And by all means, I'll be here for it. If you go and have some sort of proof that proves that, trust me, I will be here for it, and I will be reporting on it. Because that is real juicy. If you want to support the channel, it is $ Heaven Hollywood, or you can just hit the super chat down below. Make sure you follow me on all my social medias. We're gonna be back tomorrow, man. Like tomorrow, the show is a little longer during the weekdays. This is a Sunday night. Like people are getting ready for work in the morning, right? Not me, but people are getting ready for work. So tomorrow we'll be back at it. Same bat time, same bat channel. But congratulations to Cardi B, man. 200K first week is a great accomplishment. You know, there's only one person ahead of you out of all them female rappers. So you got to be proud of that. To have only one female rapper ahead of you out of all the girls who rap, and to be the first female artist to have the first 2 albums debut at #1, that's big. That's big for Cardi B. So shout out to Cardi B, shout out to Nicki Minaj, shout out to everybody. All right. I'll catch y'all on the next one.